For a child, the period between Empire Strikes Back and the release of Return of the Jedi was a time of uncertainty and questions. What would become of Luke? Would he join Darth Vader? I can actually remember worrying that we would end up seeing Luke in an Imperial uniform in the next movie. So in the early spring of 1983, when Luke Jedi figures started showing up in stores and he was dressed in all black, it seemed ominous. The good guys don't wear black, and Luke used to wear white. But at the same time, he looked pretty darn cool in his all-black costume, and the figure was called Luke Jedi Knight, so he must have attained his goal of becoming a Jedi. So this is my Luke Jedi Knight collection. Many of the items are recently just graded by CAS. The loose Luke figure in front is a painted face, or even I've heard him referred to as pale face Luke Jedi. Behind him we have a blue lightsaber flesh face. His face is also painted, but it's a little bit more pink. And he has a snap cape. Graded as a 90. Behind him we have another painted face Luke Jedi. He's on a Anakin Skywalker offer 77 card back. Kind of a beater card. This is the most common Luke Jedi you'll find, I think. These painted face versions with the green lightsaber. Move on to a molded face Luke Jedi, and this was the first version that I had as a kid. It was an early release. It's on a 65 card back, but here you can see the face is molded in plastic and the hair is painted. Really nice looking figure. Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight outfit. Graded as a 75. I'll show you the grade in a second. I like the green packaging behind the figure. Kind of echoes his lightsaber color. Comes on a 65 card back. And the example on the back of Luke Jedi has a prototype dark cape and a blue lightsaber. I think the blue lightsabers also came on 65 card backs. I don't have one of those. I wish I did, but they're pretty expensive these days. Again, this is a Taiwan country of origin. We'll move on to the next item here. It's a loose graded Luke Jedi with a snap cape. That's another thing to mention, is that the snap cape that came with the molded face Luke Jedi is usually in a poly bag folded in half behind the figure. And I think the snap cape that comes with the blue lightsaber Luke Jedi is not usually in that poly bag. It's usually just behind the figure. CAS graded it as a 90, which I'm really happy with. So it's a really nice example. Here's a closer look at the grade. 75, card 75, bubble 80, figure 85. 65, back A. You can tell I'm really proud of this Luke Jedi molded face variant. Here's a tri-logo Luke Jedi. Tri-logos usually come with the cape on the figure. This one, the figure is kind of hidden away behind the hood. If you put this cape on, it has a really big hood and it pretty much hides the face as well. And so they kind of, I guess, kind of retooled the cape and gave it a sewn, just sewed it together at the neck instead of the snap, because I guess that's an additional expense, having those snaps. And they made the hoods a little bit smaller too. On this particular cape, the pattern of the fabric runs vertically. I don't know if you can see it in that shot, but usually the pattern ran horizontally. And this is an artifact. This is my original Luke Jedi from when I was a kid. Molded face variant. I remember getting it at KB Toy Store, and after we bought it, I had to put it away and wait until my birthday. So you want to talk about anticipation. Taiwan, country of origin. Still a really cool Star Wars figure. Of course, the costuming choice of black was very deliberate. It gave Luke a seriousness and even hinted at the character's conflict, perhaps being pulled by the dark side of the Force. Ultimately, all my fears as a 6-year-old were allayed when the good side of the Force won out. But until Return of the Jedi was released, you were left to your own devices, wondering what lay in store for Luke Jedi. This unknowing only built anticipation regarding the story and the figure. For me, the memories of that time gives the figure mystique and makes Luke Jedi Knight one of the coolest Star Wars figures ever made. If you like this video, check out my other vintage Star Wars videos and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.